Howdy there folks, it's Geist with another Destiny 2 review, this time on the BXR 55 Battler, or the Halo Battle Rifle in Destiny. Now intrinsically it is a Legacy PR55 frame, which means it has dramatically increased accuracy, stability, and targeting while hip firing. I also got both of the two new perks that come with it, but we'll get to those in just a moment. Now the battle rifle can secure a 3-tap at roughly 45 meters. This is just at base. If you were to spec in range a little bit, I think it could reach up to about 50 meters easily. From the hip, the battle rifle is incredibly accurate as it states. However, you will notice when you jump, there is a little bit of bloom. There's an easy fix to this though. Just slap on everybody's favorite mod. You guessed it, Icarus Grip. And now all of a sudden when you jump, there's no bloom. Now also, getting on to those perks I was talking about earlier. Perpetual motion, bonus stability, handling, and reload speed while the wielder is in motion. Does what it says. Blunt execution rounds, you get bonus damage after a melee, and it's only on that first shot after a melee. In Crucible, with a body shot, it is 193 damage, which is enough to kill 8 resilience and below. And otherwise, everybody will die with a melee and a headshot because that deals about 250 damage. Now, as far as how it performs in Crucible overall, it's just a lightweight pulse, and that's really all it is. It is great from the hip, but this is not Halo. This is Destiny. Hipfire weapons in Destiny, even when they're specifically supposed to be that way, are not exactly OP. Just ignore the last word because that's an outlier. Now, in the right hands, like say somebody with a mouse and keyboard, this could be pretty powerful, but for the most part, what you're going to see happening is what just happened to me right there. When you're running around trying to hipfire somebody or do the little melee BXR combo with that perk, you're going to get fusioned, you're going to get shotgunned. It's not really worth it. So I don't recommend trying to pull off the BXR perk. It's fun, but it's just meant to be sort of a throwback with some nostalgia there. Otherwise, it's just going to perform like a regular pulse. You can hip fire, but there's going to be some dramatic drop off with that hip fire, so you're going to want to ADS for the most part. In PvE, it's a similar story. This battle rifle is essentially just a lightweight battle rifle, but it is fun to use, and that's the biggest thing about this battle rifle. There's nothing crazy about it. There's nothing OP about it, other than the fact that it almost looks like it's ripped straight out of Halo, with obviously a little bit of Destiny flair. The appearance too is slightly different, just for, trademark and whatever, since Bungie doesn't own Halo anymore, but it's just fun. And that's entirely what this battle rifle feels like. It's just a bunch of nostalgia wrapped up in a fun little package, and it's just a treat to use. It's not overpowered, it doesn't need a nerf, and it's just fun. Now you're going to see me here trying to do the little melee and shoot combo for the BXR here in PvE. It's not great in PvE either. It's not really worth using there. Again, that is just sort of a fun little nostalgic throwback to the Halo 2 BXR combo. That's all it is. The kind of enemies that are going to survive that combo that would be worth trying to DPS with it, you're not really going to want to do that. And the enemies that are weak enough, you could have just probably shot them twice anyways. The damage doesn't really seem to be drastically different from a regular shot. Even though, technically, it does double the damage, you're only getting on a one shot. So it's really not worth the risk, especially in higher end PvE content, to try to run up and perform that combo. That aside, all that aside, despite the fact that the perk is just a throwback, it's just a fun gun to use. I can't stress that enough. It's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to get more rolls of this. And speaking of, the God roll for this is going to be as high stability as possible. It's going to tighten the burst. It's going to make it feel a lot more consistent as far as getting your recoil direction so that you're as vertical as you can be. You're going to want either arrowhead brake or counterbalance stock. Arrowhead brake for the barrel, counterbalance for the mod, otherwise stability, whatever other perks you want. My personal roll, I want arrowhead brake with high stability and Icarus so that it feels like I'm using the Halo BR even when I'm jumping in the air and bunny hopping, just like Halo. It's still going to have no spread. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Look forward to the Magnum review because that's coming next. And as always, folks, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.